Learn more about Gordon Moore, the mind behind Moore's Law, and how he revolutionized the electronics and computer industries. Moore co-founded Fairchild and Intel, two of the most influential companies. He predicted that electronics would be extremely cheap and enormously powerful. Moore's Law is partly a technical observation about the evolution of digital electronics. It is also a story of imagination, zeal, and world revolution. In 1965, Moore made a numerical prediction. He predicted that microchips would become smaller, more reliable, use less power, and even be cheaper. 1. Gordon's early life. Gordon Moore was just 9 years old when he discovered his first true love, which would change his life forever. Growing up in the 1930s, Gordon lived a simple life in Pescadero, California. His father worked outside providing for the family, and his mother stayed home with the children. He eventually graduated from high school and became a freshman at San Jose State College. 2. Gordon's undergraduate education. Two of his professors were awarded the Nobel Prize within 3 years of Gordon's arrival. He met his wife, Betty Whittaker, just days before beginning his doctoral program at Caltech. 3. Gordon's graduate education at Caltech. Professors looked at test scores to find the perfect match for their research projects. Gordon chose Richard McLean Badger over Jack Kirkwood because the two had similar personalities. After an arduous job search, Gordon and his wife moved to Maryland to conduct research. He worked in the U.S. Navy's Applied Physics Laboratory at Johns Hopkins College. 4. A new opportunity. Transistors were similar to vacuum tubes, but much smaller and lighter than they looked. Shockley developed a new type of transistor that used silicon as the semiconductor. Gordon immediately agreed to join him in Mountain View, Calif. 5. The conception of Fairchild Semiconductor. Tensions began to grow as Shockley frequently snapped because of technical setbacks. Arnold Beckman could sense the tension and agreed to meet with Gordon and the other researchers without Shockley. In 1957, Gordon Fairchild and his team quit their jobs at Texas Instruments to develop the world's first fast-switching silicon transistor. Fairchild Semiconductor developed the 696 slotties in 1958, just 1 year after the company was founded. The company received an order for the B-70 bomber with thermonuclear weapons. 6. The beginning of a microchip revolution. In 1959, Bob Noyce of Fairchild Semiconductor wrote a notebook entry that would soon change the world. In 1965, there were about 50 transistors on a microchip. Fairchild was ahead of the curve and aspired to be at the forefront of the electronic revolution. Intel co-founder Ray Noyce Gordon predicted that by 1975 there would be 65,000 transistors on a single microchip. The Intel microchip 1101 stored 256 bits of data and gave Intel an entry into the emerging memory market. Between 1972 and 1985, sales of Ephraim French fries were Intel's main source of revenue. 7. The microprocessor that changed the world. Intel co-founder Gordon Intel spent $100 million on his next product, the 386 microprocessor. With 275,000 transistors, the microprocessor was the most powerful on the market at the time. In 1986, Intel began working with Microsoft to produce their new PC, the Despro 386. Intel co-founder Gordon Moore believed that Moore's Law would soon reach its limits. Until a new revolutionary idea emerges, technology will grow slower and stagnate. What do you think the future holds for technology? As a child, he was labeled socially inept, and teachers advised him to keep a low profile. Today, he has decided to take a step back and focus on philanthropy. For more 5-minute book digests, check our other videos. See you soon!